find there is more direct and greater stimulation with machines, making for greater inroads since there is no effort utilized in balancing the weight. Why are machines so frowned upon, especially from old school bodybuilders?
So the question is something like a free weight versus machine. Which is better? What's up guys, what's going on with all of you? Back again with me, my YouTube channel Joan Sagala in the Bodybuilding Podcast Session. So today, I want to talk in this session with all of you guys with my big friend. Okay, my best friend, I can say Scott Mcnally and Coach Skip Hill, Coach Andrew. This both guy is really expert when it comes to bodybuilding for the training standpoint, for the nutrition standpoint, and for the we can say the cycle, the drugs and steroid, everything. Okay, about the bodybuilding. If you competitors or top level lineup competitors in the world, top professional, you can learning so much from Think Big Bodybuilding YouTube channel. From all of them, from the expert, you can learning also from Ron Partlow, from Dusty Henshaw, and like I said before, Coach Skip Hill, Scott Mcnally, and Coach Andrew. So I learning so much, and I want to talk and discussion about this topic right now. Okay, about free weight versus machine, because I think this is really the most important things. What's the benefit of the free weight and machine that you can feel and they give to all of you? Okay. Before we go jump up into it and learning together from the expert, from our coach, please subscribe, click the bell button, ring that bell. I'm gonna bring more anything that we can talk and discuss in the whole topic of bodybuilding world and fitness. Let's go, guys.
For the very reason that he mentioned about not having to balance out the weight. When you don't balance out the weight, stabilizers aren't hit. I think you can look. I don't know that because I consider myself old school. Obviously, I'm old. And therefore, old school comes very natural to me. I was around before hammer strength. Yes, I've been around that long. Machines play an integral role in the development. I mean, look, I think good machines, the hammer strength and things like that, really have played into better development over the years to some degree. I don't question that. But I think if you start relying on them and you get away from the compound exercise or the exercise where you have to use a lot more stabilizers, you're just missing. You can potentially create imbalances. You can create weaknesses and stabilizers. I think that's why they're frowned upon. I don't think they're bad.
I agree with Coach Skip Hill here, because we all don't think that machine is really bad, and we all don't think machine it's not really give you benefit. It still give you benefit, and it still have the place for machine standpoint that give you looking physique. But if you're really just doing machine for the long time and not stimulation your muscle with compound exercise with free weight, I think you're gonna missing some kind of stability, and you're gonna potentially create more weaknesses and imbalance. So that absolutely I'm agree and true, because I feel like when I'm doing machine, always just doing machine from the chest workout, leg and everything, I feel like get more improvement when I started recruit the old school style training. I mean like the free weight. Okay, when I incorporate free weight, I get more improvement than I'm just doing machine alone. So yeah, I think I'm agree with Coach Skip Hill here.
If I had to, I think the next question somebody would be, well, then what part is machines and what? But that there's no number, there's no ratio or anything else. But I think that it would be more beneficial if people stayed with the compound free weight dumbbell exercise, dumbbell barbell exercises, things like that, and not just trade them all in for machines. You do have people who've been very successful with me. You got a lot of people, quite frankly. I mean, you can watch any any of the top pros, and the large majority of them use machines. They're arguably safer from a standpoint of, you're not going to fuck something up as much on a hammer strength bench as you are a barbell bench, or dumbbell presses are very laborious to get heavy dumbbells into place and things like that. I think that's why they're frowned upon, but I don't think they're necessarily bad versus good. Use them both. I'll leave it at that.
You can use them both, okay, but better for you not leaving the compound free weight exercise, because I believe it's gonna be more beneficial and bring the more value for all of you rather than doing machine alone. So use them both, free weight and machine, and stimulation your muscle with machine and free weight. I'm agree with Coach Skip Hill here. So thank you, Skip Hill.
You might even say that a lot of times bodybuilders get injured because they're using too many machines, because of it's taken away the stabilizing muscle, stabilizing work, and putting, when they go back to say a barbell or dumbbell exercise, free weights, they're putting undue stress on the joint issue, which has an experience that.
Oh my god, my battery is lost. Almost lost. Okay, let's go, guys. We continue this.
Force load for a while. And I think that might be where a lot of bodybuilders, and here's where I'm going with this, is that how many times do you hear about bodybuilders tearing a pec or bicep or something after a contest season? And yes, I know, there's many multi factors that come into play there, but I think another reason is a lot of bodybuilders over that last 4 weeks, they get away from the incline barbell presses. They get away from the squats. They're doing more of the machine works, the hammer strength, the hoist presses, as much as they can. Maybe for the simple fact that, I don't want to lug, all these dumbbells into place, or I don't want to have to pick a 45-pound plate up and put it up onto an incline or a shoulder press. I got a machine where I can just move a pin, do that for me. Just, like when you're really dog tired in prep, those little decisions kind of do come across your mind of I don't really feel like doing that. You know what I mean?
I believe it could be one of the factor that all of the competitors getting some kind like the injured, getting some kind like the tear they pack, because they get away from the incline barbell, they get away from the flat barbell bench press, dumbbell bench press, incline dumbbell bench press, they get away from the free weight for the stabilizing the muscle, and they don't have some kind like the basic foundation of the stabilization and of the free weight, and they just work for more stabilizer, and they just do work for just use what the machine want to use to do and going for. So I think this is really important, and you can decreasing the risk injury, because the movement it's really free, and your body you can handling for the free movement, so it can decreasing your from the risking injury, I believe.
So I'm kind of echoing Skip's statement that it's easier in a sense because it's doing the stabilization for you, and there's a time and place for it, absolutely. And I think a 50-50 split is more than enough for machines versus free weights.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys come across this sometimes. I'll have people. Here's a thought. First of all, by using a free weight, the thought is that he said you don't have to stabilize it, so you can target the muscle better. Just simply through having to stabilize the muscle, you can activate more tissue. So there is going to be that you're going to get more overall mass development in the compound movement, like say a dumbbell press, then you're going to be able to out of say like a hammer strength machine, just been in my experience. And that's what we've all kind of gravitated to, for mass growth, keeping it simple, keeping it basic. But you can only do that for so long. You can only,
like Andrew said, okay, you can doing 50-50 ratio for machine alone and for free weight alone, and I think that's really enough for your complete the workout. Like Scott Mcnally said, I think just so many and so general people just want to using the machine alone because of the stabilized, because of the comfortable place that he was feels like. They just following the machine where the machine used to do. They're missing some kind like the really more muscle fiber, more recruitment for the muscle when he was doing free weight movement like a squat, barbell bench press, or everything, right? That's the really compound can recruit just not one muscle but more than one muscle type of the fiber, so they missing them and they missing some kind like the stabilizer and can create the balancing of the muscle, I think.
Here's my thought is that I would say, use those free weight exercises earlier in your workout, and then when you can no longer, when your endurance is getting knocked down, when your strength is getting knocked down, then moving to a machine, then you can still continue to push. Early in a workout, I know I have personally a lot of strength, and I could do a free weight movement where after I've pushed and given 110%, I might not be able to repeat that again. But if I did need to do another exercise, then I were to use something that was in a fixed track and I'm pressing. Now that's all I have to do is press. I can then get deeper and go further into the muscle.
That's what I'm always using, and that's what I'm always doing before I started the point, okay, the first exercise. I'm always using barbell or free weight movement, everything, okay, for my point exercise and for my point of the workout. Maybe before I started my set or point of my workout, maybe I really warm up with the machine exercise that can creating for warm up my body part. It depends on how body parts that I want to training, right? But yeah, I'm agree, use the barbell or free weight movement first and doing machine at the end of the time when your strength and energy start to going down. And that's really benefit, I believe, because I already tried it, and that can more beneficial, I believe. Okay, so thank you for Scott McNally, Skip Hill, and Andrew for bringing this up and for adding my knowledge and for the information that we can learning together, right? Thank you so much guys for watching. If you love this video and content, I'm gonna bring more anything that we can talk and discuss in the whole topic of bodybuilding world and fitness. Thank you guys. I'm your host Joan Sagala signing out. May God bless you all.